Let's talk about your conversion, because I'm sure many people in America and indeed within your family were surprised. How did that conversion to Islam occur?
Well, I took a journey to the Middle East in '89 with my sister Revi, my oldest sister. It was during a time when my life was like, I was searching for completeness and sort of searching to be whole. And then we ended up going to Mecca, and I converted right then. So it was a calling that I felt that was in my heart and the right time to do it.
Your mum has a very strong faith in particular. She's a Jehovah's Witness.
Exactly.
Was she surprised? Was she very taken aback at the fact that you had converted relatively quickly by the sound of it?
She had heard about it before I got back, and she didn't treat me any different, but I'm pretty sure she noticed a change in me. But I found that converting to Islam and just becoming a Muslim during 9/11, when we were in New York doing Michael's 30th concert in New York, and the following morning, the next morning, the planes hit, and we were there. And during that time, a lot of Muslims around the world, young Muslims, kind of denied who they were and didn't want to say, well, I am who I am. And I found that very troubling.
But how do you view the fact that only this week, for example, we've had a number of arrests to do with alleged terrorism? So how do you deal with that?
It's extremist. It's not Islam. It's not representative of Islam. I think to take someone's life in your own hands is not Islam. And the fact that this religion is so pure, and I am so proud to be a Muslim. I am so proud to have the opportunity to talk about how I feel and my experience. I am so proud to be a voice for some of the Muslims who are kind of in trouble. It makes me tear, because I feel that you have to have it in your heart, and you have to want to do good by others.
And I've read, whether it's true or not, I've read that you would like Michael, your brother, to convert to Islam. Is that true?
I think he should now. And the reason why is because there's so much being thrown at him. And if I were to experience all the things that he experienced being a Muslim, I can deal with them because of my calmness.
Do you think he will convert?
I hope so.
How confident are you?
It's up to Allah, but I hope so.
Now I hear lots of chat about the Jacksons reforming. Is it true?
Yes, well, my break from recording was the Big Brother house. So we were in the middle of coming up with some good music. So we're trying to get this album right, because we have so many songs and so many different cultures of music that we want to mix now, and but we still got to keep it commercial, and of course.
Jermaine, thank you very much indeed, and I wish you every success in your various projects.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us in Heaven and Earth. Thank you.
Thank you. My whole demeanor was to sort of keep my composure, and prayer helped me so much. And the fasting, I fasted a lot inside the house, which was much harder for me, because if I'm fasting at home, I can go and entertain myself by just looking at TV or something, but to sit there and not be able to leave those premises and then watch everybody eat, and I'm like, but doing my prayers, that kept me strong.
Your spirituality really did come across. And how long have you been converted to the Islamic faith?
Since '89, I did the pilgrimage to Mecca, and I'm complete. I'm whole now.
Which means what? How does that work?
There were so many questions that I had growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, and then a bit of Christianity, and and I'm not against any religion, but I believe if one lives his life like God, then you are a Muslim. And if you live your life in God's will. So I felt that once I converted, everything was full circle for me. And my purpose on earth is to try to be the best human being that I can be to others.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? We've got this terrible conflict between East and West and Muslims and Christians, and what's the answer to us all trying to rub along together? Because we all have our own beliefs and we must all be tolerant of each other, and basically the message is love and peace, isn't it?
Yes, well, I think my brother said it best with the song Man in the Mirror. And if you look at yourself first and make a change, then you can change for others and you can change others. But you have to have that in your heart. This religion is so pure, and I am so proud to be a Muslim. I am so proud to have the opportunity to talk about how I feel and my experience. I am so proud to be a voice for some of the Muslims who are kind of in trouble. It makes me tear, because I feel that you have to have it in your heart and you have to want to do good by